Hi YouTube family, it's Juniper Blue Mystique. I am a master healer. I'm a ascension master, excuse me, it is still retrograde, so forgive any mistakes. And I am also a divine guide or life coach. I am a master healer first, always and foremost, and an ascension master as well. Feel free to check out the rest of my channel to understand what that might mean. I'm coming on with you today because Spirit wants me to talk to you a little bit about manifesting. What is it? Why are we doing it? How do we do it? How can we improve it? And the 5x55. I'm going to talk a little bit about that, some experiences I've had with that because I have used it and I have had success stories, and I will give you a couple of mine. And I will also talk about the importance of numbers. What is the importance of numbers? Why do we use numbers? How do we better use them? Just a little bit of understanding of what we're doing and the importance of manifesting and when it truly comes into play. So with manifesting, okay, I'm going to tell you first of all, we are always manifesting. We are always manifesting. We are either manifesting health and wealth, or we are manifesting the opposite. Yes, we can manifest sicknesses, we can manifest injuries. Do we do them on purpose? No, we truly do not. However, we are always manifesting, okay? So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that. I'm going to give you a little bit of my success stories because they want me to. So before I had my Kundalini awakening, manifesting came into play. It came into my acknowledgement, into my life. It came into my existence, basically through nudges, right? So it truly was Spirit saying, hey, do this. You need this, do this. Do this to get what you need. Do this to get what you need. And I'm like, okay, so I looked into it. I researched it a little bit. And I did it. I used the 5x55 method, was the first one I ever did. What is the 5x55 method? Well, first of all, it is said to be derived or have some play in ancient Egypt. The proof of that I have not truly found, but that is the sources I have found. That is what I've heard, and that is what they say. But a lot of people truly find it by researching it because it is all over the internet as well. It is used really to change your mindset. So it kind of has the law of attraction into play in it a little bit. In that, what we think about, we create. And you spend 5 days in a row writing down 55 times a day in a row. Okay, so you write it down 55 times what you wish to manifest, and you do this for 5 days. Why does it work? It truly does work. However, we can block our own manifestations. People block them all the time, okay? We can manifest less than what we expect to manifest simply by being blocked, simply by having healing that we need to do, by constantly thinking about it. That will also block it too. Okay, these are very true. This happens all the time. I see it play out day in and day out with people. Why am I not manifesting it? Why is it not coming in quick enough? It has everything to do with your emotions, your expectations. Okay, expectations are a big one. The words you use in that 5x55 are super important as well. So if you use any kind of words that are not divine, that are not high vibrational, you're gonna get what you put in there. Okay, so let's say, for instance, if you want to wipe out all your debt, do not use the word debt. Just don't do it, because then you're going to bring about more debt. That is absolutely true. Okay, so let me give you a few of the success stories I have had using the 5x55. When I first started manifesting, this was before my Kundalini awakening. I manifested a car, free and clear. It was paid off completely. It was a Range Rover, Land Rover, in my name, and I didn't pay a dime for it. And I had it about 2 weeks after I began manifesting with that one. I've also manifested $10,000. I really truly did. I didn't think it was gonna work. I'm like, that's a lot of money, but I'm gonna hope I get even $100, right? But I literally wrote down $10,000, and I didn't throw them away, you guys. I had set them aside and forgot about them. I truly did forget about them. With the car manifesting one though, like the energy came into play a few times and I would have to like redirect that energy. It was really cool how that worked out. I was very proud of those. I'm like, oh my gosh, it really works. It really works. And that was the beginning of my awakening. Okay, so if you're playing with manifesting, it truly can be tied to your awakening. It can absolutely resonate with the beginning of your awakening. Okay, so keep that in mind. We do these things because we're gaining consciousness of our awareness. We're gaining consciousness of the reality around us and how much control we truly have over it. Yes, we are in full control of our reality. We are in full control of the outcomes. Okay, so with the law of attraction, though, I'm going to tell you some of the things they teach you are not accurate. Okay, this is why I created a course, especially as we are going into the fifth dimensional reality. You have to be very careful with that because some of these things from the law of attraction are going to change. They don't work as well into the fifth dimensional reality. Why? Why would that be? Because a lot of it teaches you to think. When manifesting truly is from our center, it's from our emotions, it's from our abilities, it's from our it's even more than vibration. Everybody says vibration. That's what I hear in my head. It's all about your vibration. You must align to it. Yeah, but it's also about your consciousness. Okay? So what level of consciousness are you in also determines how quickly you manifest. Because as I had my awakening, you guys, I didn't need to write things 5 times, even 55 times. It was a one and done, and they were instant manifesting. Why would that be? Because I'm tuned into a higher consciousness. Okay, I'm no longer in the lower conscious realms. I am now in a higher consciousness and I create my reality like this. Okay, so as you learn, you can change things. All right, but why do numbers work? Let's talk about the number 5 first of all. Okay, number 5, sorry, I have very long hair and it kind of gets on my nerves. Number 5 is all about change. It's all about switching your timelines. It's all about creating change. And so when you use the number 5 and you write it 55 times for 5 days, you are telling the universe that you want this change. Okay? There's other methods you can use. That is one of the ones that does truly work because it's so many times, so many days. And it is about creating change. That's what 5 is about. Changes are coming. Changes are coming. So it's a really good one to use. It really does work, you guys. Try it out. Pick what you want, but you need to raise your vibration first. Get in a really good mood. Be in joy. Believe in what you want. It's setting it out from your emotions. Okay, I wouldn't tell you if it was a lie that I manifested $10,000. I absolutely did. That one took about a month. I think it came about 30 days to come in. I manifested a car, free and clear, really truly did. It was my Range Rover. It was my last car that I had. And then I gave that to my son when I got a new one. And again, it was free and clear. It was my car. I didn't pay a dime for that car. It ended up mine. It was in my name. It was one of the most beautiful experiences I ever had. And I knew right then and there, I'm like, this stuff really works. Like there's way more to this than we ever knew. Okay, so there is that. All right, but you must truly believe in what you're doing. If you don't believe in it, don't do it because you're gonna play with energy you don't really want to play with. Because not only can we manifest good things, you guys, we can absolutely manifest bad things too. Okay, you can manifest things that are not great. All right, so it is very important that you focus on what you think, that you focus on your words that you use. Because if you are in a negative mood when you're doing a 5 by 55, guess what you're going to do? You're going to bring in what you're feeling. You're going to bring in what you're thinking. I've also noticed that when I do a 5 by 55, I haven't done one in so long, but thoughts will start to pop in your head, okay? And it can be negative ones, it can be positive ones, and it's a lot of times like, well, what if this happens? It's like outcome scenarios that just start popping up in our heads because that's what our mind does. Okay, that's what our mind is good for. That's what it does. We just create these scenarios. Okay, so your best bet is to have a positive attitude. When you have emotions towards something, you create it a lot quicker. It's not about our mind, okay? It's about our emotions, and it truly is, okay? Another important part of this manifesting thing It's not just thoughts, but thoughts are energy. Thoughts create our reality as well, but it's the words we speak. It's the words we write down. Writing down is a very good way to manifest. Again, now when I do it, I don't have to manifest. I don't have to write things down for 5 days, 55 times. I write them down one time and they will come in like that. Why? Because I'm in a different conscious realm. Okay, I've done things so much. I've had a Kundalini awakening. I have mastered a lot of things. I am a master healer. And also an ascension master. And when I get into those really high vibrations and a different consciousness, it is instant manifesting. It is absolutely instant manifesting. And when you're in that high vibe, it's usually always positive, right? But you've done healing to get there. That's another key aspect people do not talk about. So why am I not manifesting? What if you've got healing to do? It will block things that are of your highest and best. It keeps them at a minimal. And it has everything to do with our self-worth, our self-esteem, shadow pieces of the self, right? If I don't think I'm worthy deep down, I'm not getting anything. Okay, and so that's truly how manifesting works. We're always manifesting. You can manifest sicknesses, wealth, everything. Why are we not all rich? Okay, why are we not? If we're always manifesting, we're always creating our reality, why do any of us struggle? That's the beauty of this, is eventually as we rise in consciousness, everybody will be in equality. Okay, we won't be rich and poor. Everybody will have the same things, like the same opportunities, but an understanding of the same opportunities as well. So it's truly a beautiful, remarkable thing. Okay, this ascension that we're in. Manifesting in 5D is slightly different. Okay, but the 5x55 is a really great method to use. So if you need something and you need it, and you want it, and you can feel it, try that one out, okay? 5 represents change, that's why it works. The words you use are super important, because why is it called spelling? Because we're writing spells. We truly are casting spells with our words, either on paper, coming out of our mouth, or even the ones that we think continually, because when we're in our mind and we're thinking these things, they create a lot of emotions. Our thoughts are tied to our emotions. Emotions is truly where manifesting comes from, okay, as well as belief. That's why they say, believe you've already got it and it's yours, okay? It's really, that's what aligning with that frequency is. It's if you can see it, you can have it. If you truly believe you're gonna be there, then guess what? You're gonna be there, okay? No matter what people say, no matter what they do, you are gonna be there, okay? It's all about your beliefs. Okay, that's also about that dress for success, right? If I'm always wearing sweatpants, I never do my hair, I always look sluggish, guess where I'm gonna go with that? Nowhere good, okay? Super, super, super important. These are very important. These matter greatly, all right? And that's why Spirit wanted me to come on and talk about these things, because as we rise in vibration, as we rise in consciousness, they aren't going to be exactly the same. It's not going to be so dense. The law of attraction, you realize some of those things really don't work. They don't. They end up blocking you. The more you think about things, the more you block them. Okay? There is tricks to these things. It is an art form. It is inner work. It truly is, but it works. If I can manifest $10,000 and I can manifest a car, not just a car, they're not the cheapest cars, and it was my car, free and clear, and I didn't pay a dime for that car, you guys. It's not like I manifested a car and then all of a sudden I had enough money to buy that car. I literally manifested a car that became mine. Somebody else literally bought it for me and said, here you go. Like, it works, okay? It truly, truly does. And people are like, oh, how much did you pay for this car? I'd in my head be like, well, should I tell them what it's worth? Should I tell them how I get it, or are they gonna think I'm crazy? And that was the story of my last car. That was absolutely true, okay? But I needed that car, and my emotions were completely tied into it, and I followed the steps, right? I didn't think about it anymore. But there's more to it than just that. It is quite detailed, okay? And this is why I even create a course on it. So, you know, give it a try. You can try the 5x55. Your words truly matter. So if you want to wipe out debt, do not put the words debt in your manifesting, because you're going to get more debt, okay? That part is very, very, very true. Words are like spells. So be mindful of what words you put down on that paper. Okay, and I don't care what you do with that paper afterwards. I literally hung on to all of mine, and I would find them like a year later or 2 years later going, oh my God, that's right, I wrote that out, I wanted that, and I got it, you know. And so it was a nice little reminder of what I did do. But I would stick it off in a place you don't remember it. You can forget about it, because if you continually look at it, if you continually think about it, you're not going to get anything. Here's another clincher, you guys. Big one. If you are trying to manifest a person, that can be difficult because it's all about their free will. The only way you can manifest another person is if their free will aligns with being with you. If they actually want to be with you, you can manifest somebody for sure. Okay? And so that's when people come into an issue. It's like, I want to manifest my true love and things like this. Well, that's good. Be very specific, okay? And always remember there's free will. And also, too, is if you're not in love with yourself, it's hard to manifest love. Okay, I did see a video where somebody was like, love manifests hate. No, it doesn't. It's all about what you are. If you are not in love with yourself, you can't manifest love. You're going to manifest the way you feel about yourself. Okay, and this is true for everything, not just love. It's true for money. Okay, so if you think it's not going to work, if you don't feel like you're worth $10,000, $1 million, you're not going to get it. Okay, you're going to get what you really truly believe you're worth. That's why healing is such a big deal for manifesting. That's why in my course, that's what I do, is I heal you too. And I'm like, well, it made so much sense after a while because Spirit had me do it, right? And I'm like, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. If you don't heal it and you don't align to it subconsciously, not just vibration, but subconsciously, then it's hard to manifest. But in truth, you're always manifesting. The question is, what are we manifesting and why? Why are you manifesting that? Why are you manifesting these repeat cycles? Why are you manifesting that illness? Why did you manifest having these difficulties? Because with money, in truth, a lot of that, what happens to us is our fault. Okay? So here's back to the numbers. Every number has a meaning. Do you ever wonder why they made the number 13 so negative? And so Spirit wanted me to add this one in here. They're like, talk about the number 13. And I'm like, okay. They made you think the number 13 is a bad number. Like, no, stay away from that number. It's a bad number. Stay away from the number 13. It's not a bad number. It's a magical number. Okay, so try that one. Try writing something 13 times for 13 days. You never know. See what it does, okay? I have a thing that came through me that I use as well. I have that included on this channel. I can even post a link to that one under this video. It truly is about allowing it to raise your vibration, seeing the words in your head, and manifesting what you want from it, but it's aligning to it as well. Okay, so there's a reason why I have that. It's like a mantra. It's like a manifesting mantra that I got from the Pleiadians, because I am Pleiadian. Yeah, how does an Ascension Master be Pleiadian? Well, I am. And I'm an Ascension Master. Okay, I've woken the pyramids. I'm going to start releasing those videos on here. And, you know, there's a lot of more mind-blowing things on my channel that will help you. Even guided meditations to help you heal so that you can manifest at your highest and best. Because what is the key to manifesting? All about what you're worth. It's all about what you think you're worth, what you believe you're worth. That's why we're not all rich. That's why we don't all have what we want to have right now, because a lot of us have those shadow pieces and money issues and money karma that block us from manifesting at our highest and best. Okay, so you can listen to all these videos, all these people talking about, oh look, they had success manifest. I have manifested $10,000. It's no joke. I have manifested a car. It's no joke. I've manifested many other little things in the moments that I needed them. I need this, and I write it down and it comes through. But I got to where I don't need that 5x55. I write things down one time and it's here. Okay, and that's when I'm in my highest levels of consciousness. I remember a couple years ago, I was like, I want a snow day. I want to be home with my kids today. And I wrote it down. Everything's closed. And I kid you not, the next morning we had like so much snow, everything was closed. And there was none the day before. Okay, so these things are very real. They do happen. They are very real. But it's all about you. It's all about what frequency do you align to. What does that mean? What consciousness are you in? What belief system are you in? Are you in joy? Are you in gratitude? Are you in love? Those can be difficult when we have to heal. Okay, so keep that in mind. That is a very important key, all right? So the 5x55 is an ancient method that comes through a lot of spiritual people, that comes through when you're beginning to wake up to the fact that we're in control of our realities. Okay, so that's why a lot of people have access to this 5x55. There's people in there that claim that, you know, they are the ones who brought it through. It's been around for a very long time, and it even supposedly has ties to Egyptian times. Okay, so use it. It's all over the place. You can look it up. You can utilize it. It's literally writing something down that you wish. Be very careful with your words, because every word in that matters. Every word. When I do it, I keep it simple. Okay, literally keep it simple. So that, it goes back to that adage, keep it simple, stupid, right? Not that we're stupid, none of us are. And that's another negative word. But keep it simple. And then another thing I always do is say thank you after each time, okay? After the whole 55 that day, thank you, universe. Next day, thank you, universe, okay? But you must stay in tune with it every day. It's not something you can skip a day. I would start all over. Because when you're doing the 5x55, it truly is about the 5x55. You want to write it 55 times for 5 days, okay? So keep that in mind. Then that goes back to our words or spells, numbers matter, okay? So the more you do things too, the more powerful they become, because the more you're putting them into your emotions, because that's what's important. Where are your emotions tied to them? Are you emotional about it? Is it good emotions? Is it positive? Like, do you feel joy when you think about it? Do you imagine yourself there? These things are always very important, but they don't tell you certain things about 5D. Okay, 5D is totally different. It's an extremely high consciousness, all right? That is why I don't need the 5x55 anymore. When I am not healing, okay, when I am completely aligned to my higher consciousness, I literally think something and it can come knocking at my door. I've written it down one time and I literally have it, but I'm a little different, right? I'm a master healer, okay? But these are all things we are capable of with practice and with time, all right? And so if you're trying to manifest and something's not coming through, you've got to block, my friend. And it could also be because you're thinking too much. That's what the law of attraction says to do. Wait, what? A lot of the law of attraction is not all accurate, okay? So keep that in mind. We are all energy beings, and everything we do is energy related. We're always sending out energy and we're receiving energy. You're always manifesting. The question is, what are you manifesting and why? I played on those things. I did the $10,000. Yes, I got it. I did the car. Yes, I got it. It wasn't a Lamborghini because I didn't want a Lamborghini. I wanted something that was practical, free and clear in mine, that I didn't pay a dime for. And that's exactly what I got. And it was a beautiful car. It was a great car, and it lasted me years until I gave it to my oldest son, right? Passing it on. So, all right, these things work. We're always manifesting. But you can manifest more. You're completely in charge of your reality, okay? What words are you using? What number frequencies are you tuning into? This is why Spirit talks to us through numbers. They all have meaning. They can be individual and they can be collective, okay? There's so much to these things. What are you manifesting and why? There's other methods of manifesting, but the 5x55 is very powerful because when we write things down, we're casting spells. The number 5 is all about change. The recipe is beautiful, okay? And it creates that energy. 5 days in a row, 55 times is a lot. And the more you think about them, the more emotions you get. But that's the key, my friends. It's all about your emotions. Where are you sending those emotions? What words are you using, and can you let it go? Can you let it go and then go get creative in something else? Okay? So if you need help manifesting, if you feel you're blocked, I've got stuff for you. Just look at the description below. Find what you need. I'll have videos. I have a course for you. I have whatever you need. There's tons of things on my channel that help people heal in order to manifest more and more. I do this quite often. Matter of fact, in Patreon, that's the one thing we did recently. I gave them millionaire download codes in one of the healings I did on my Patreon. Okay, so this is something I do quite often. I am a master manifester. Okay, it goes with the master healer, it goes with all of those things. And these things are very real. Another key to it is don't talk. I didn't talk about these things. I'm not telling you something I'm doing now. I'm telling you things I've already manifested. Okay, because we're energy and we can block things very easily. Learn the flow. Learn the kind of energy you are. Learn where your self-worth is and know what the hell you want. Once you know what you want, you can have anything you want. That's the same thing with dressing for success, right? You may not be rich, you may not have the job you want, but if you dress for it, if you believe you can have it, you're gonna have it. Like when I was like 20, I wanted this job and I was not qualified at all. I wanted it. I managed a music store. I was not qualified. I'd never had anything. I'd never been a manager, I've managed a restaurant. And so all of a sudden I was just in tune with all these management positions. But I went for it, believing I was worth it, believing I can do it, and believing I could learn it like this. And I had 0 qualifications, but I got that job. Okay? It's the same adage. What are your beliefs, my friends? What do you believe? What are you worth? What do you believe you're worth? Shine your light and bring it to you, okay? It's all about calling things in, not chasing them. Never chase the dragon. Let it come to you. Let it come to you. Let it bring it in. I want this, and bring it in. Know your worth and dance with it. Get in joy. Get in the flow. All right? And then let's get ready, because as we rise into 5D, it's going to get more fun. So what are you manifesting and why? I would love to hear about it below. Comment below. Let me know what you're manifesting, what you have manifested. Remember, because if you talk about it while you're doing it, you may block it. So be very mindful of that. Let's see what else Spirit wants me to tell you before I let y'all go. The 5x55, I cover the number 13 because it's not a negative number. So there's a reason why they make you think these things can be negative, so that you don't use them, okay? Or you don't use them in the proper ways, all right? So think about that. Numbers matter, words matter, our emotions matter, and it's truly about your consciousness. Let your consciousness rise. Let's do this. Bring in what you want. I gave you a lot of key features in here. Use them. Listen to the words I say. They're very meaningful. Create magic in every way. But in the meantime, while you're creating magic, the earth is a beautiful tool to use. Okay? Knowledge is a good tool to use. Get busy. Stay busy on something else. But if Spirit nudges you and says, hey, this you need to do, like if you want something and all of a sudden you have this thing that you need to apply for it. Okay? Because you never know how the things are going to come through. People always assume, oh, I manifested this, it's going to show up at my door. It might. But did you do any actions you needed to do? Did you have any nudges that came through? Because that can happen too. It's truly about being in tuned to higher frequencies. That's what they call match your vibration. But there's way more to it than just a simple vibration, my friends. So get practicing. Have fun doing it. And when you succeed, talk about what you did, because that just brings more joy. That lights up somebody else's light bulb. It wakes up more people. This truly, when you begin manifesting, it truly is the spark of awakenings. It raises you into higher realms. And the more you even do it after you're awakening, you're constantly awakening further. And as we go into 5D, I can't wait to teach you even more. So much love to all of you. Here's some keys for your manifesting journey. Bring in that $10,000. Bring in that $1 million. Don't stop. And then that song by Journey came into my head. Don't stop believing. Hey. So much love to all of you. What are you manifesting? And why? Till next time.